was going to be, how are you ever going to escape the shadow of Gordon Gee? Well, I think he's successfully done that based on the crowd that happened here. A few follow-up questions about the band. Let's get that out of the way first, and then we'll get on to bigger issues as well, because that is the elephant in the room. That's why it's so crowded here.
Okay.
You said it was time for new leadership. The number one question in the community is, if this behavior went back decades, as the report found, why not have the director, who's only been there 2 years, make the changes?
We had thanks very much. I mentioned that this is about our students and about their experience and about the things that we're required to do. We had a series of complaints that dated from the spring of 2013 to the summer of 2014. So that was the period that the report covered. Didn't go back beyond that except for some qualifying information. And there were specific complaints that led to a series of facts. And we looked at those facts, and those facts led us to a decision that it was time for a leadership change.
Question: do you, from the report that you were given, when you first made the decision, did you think it was only from 2013 to 2014?
That the report
covered that time?
No, of course not.
Okay, because there was some.
I mean, let me a couple of things. A couple words to say. Certainly, this was not an individual decision. That would be, you wouldn't think that. This is something that many people looked at quite thoughtfully, just to make sure. And you're also totally clear how reluctant we were to make this decision. I'll just say that's the case. It was extraordinarily reluctant. Just to say that. That's one. Two, just to make sure I'm clear on the point, but I want you to talk and me to listen. There were things between 2013 and 2014. And then there was a whole sheath of historical material that was from 2006 or 2011, some 2006, and before that. So I'm totally clear that the vast majority of the material was from 2011 or before, and I think a lot of it from 2006 or before.
Okay,
and I just want to ask you a question, and it's going to be maybe hard for you to answer, but do you believe that the report that was published accurately represents the thoughts, actions, and character of the people in this room sitting before you?
So two things. First, of course not. And I hope I've said that over and over again. No, I don't. I believe the report is largely historical. Largely historical first, and second, I appreciate the progress that's been made, or given that I don't believe things today are like they were in the past, which I think is good. And I don't think, I'll try and say it again, if the band were behaving as it were reflected in the report, then that group couldn't march and represent the university in this era. So I think, I wouldn't say, so I think, so no, I don't believe that it reflects you accurately.